Hey guys, it's Carolee. I just want to share an extra little mini episode with you every single week because I want you to know that it's possible to do this thing called living your best life and doing the thing that lights you up while being a busy mom. And I want to give you a little bit of a background, behind the scenes look at what's going on in my actual life and how I am doing this, how I'm doing the things that light me up and being a mom at the same time. So I'm going to tell you about what's going on in my life and the lessons that I'm learning. Take a listen. As I was preparing for my speech last week, I was coming up against a whole lot of limiting beliefs about myself and my self-worth, and especially, scarcity beliefs around competition and around there not being enough room for me when other people were clearly winning. And I was having to face these limiting beliefs because I was going, I can't go into this competition with this mindset. Like, there's just no way it's going to work. And thankfully, I'm at this point in my life where I'm starting to recognize these beliefs and work through them so that I can, be a better human being, right? And be in a better state of mind and a better place when I go to things like this, because I want to show up as the best version of myself. And as I was working through all of this mess in my head, which I was starting to realize stems from this whole childhood, this whole lifetime of auditioning for things that I really had my heart set on and then not getting chosen, right? And I bet so many people can relate to this, but where it was okay, there's one spot. There's room for one winner. One person gets to be it. And if you don't win, sorry, that's it. There's no second place, there's no third place, there's just the one opportunity. And the story that I was telling myself was that if I didn't win, that was my big chance. And so when I didn't win, then I didn't get the opportunity that came with the winning and the growth and because let's be honest here, there are so many opportunities that come with winning. You then get to learn the part and you grow from that learning and you grow from being around all those people and you really have the opportunity to step in your power. I saw this YouTube video live thing that Christy Carlson Romano did once, where she talked about parts that she didn't get and how when you get certain roles, you grow just by having that opportunity. You literally, step into your power and have no choice but to, become a new person because you have this chance to learn the new things that are required of you when you win the part. And so anyways, my point is just that in not getting the leads in the shows and in not getting the solos and in not getting the winning part and moving on in the competitions, right, throughout my life, I was missing out on some of those opportunities. And I definitely believe everything's divinely orchestrated and in looking for the sunshine, right? And in looking for the ways in which I was always where I was supposed to be at every time. And so that's what I'm doing here, is that's what I'm always looking for. But as I was going through all these limiting beliefs and seeing how they came about, I had the opportunity to talk to a friend. And this friend's name is Mare, and I know she's going to listen to this because she's such an amazing, supportive friend. And she said something to me that has just hit home so much for me. And it has absolutely made a world of difference to me as I've been trying to unravel all of these beliefs and figure out how I can come to terms with all the stories I've told myself over my life, and how I can be okay with standing up in front of a group of people and giving of myself, giving an amazing speech, and knowing that it's okay if I win, and it's okay if I don't win, and it's all just meant to be how it all turns out. And what she said to me was that we are lighthouses. I'm a lighthouse. I'm meant to plant myself and shine my light. And instead, what I've been doing, and maybe you'll resonate with this and you'll feel it's true for you as well, instead of planting myself and shining my light, there have been many, many times in my life when I have chased people up and down and tried to shine my light right in their face because I know they need it. See my light. Please see me. I have spent so much of my life trying to be seen. It's kind of been the overarching theme of me is please see me. I just want to be seen so badly. It's like I have this desperate longing to be seen, for people to see how hard I try. And if I was going to win anything, I know I could win the award for the person who tries the hardest, who is the most determined, who never stops. That's the award I could win every time. Not the most talented, not the smartest, not, I don't know, there's a bajillion. Not the most gifted, not the prettiest, not the skinniest, not the anything, not the best mom, but the one who tries the hardest. Yep, bingo, win that award every time. Most determined, ooh, I got to check that one. I win. But I have come to discover that trying the hardest actually backfires quite a lot. It is a tactic that loses more wars than it wins. And I feel like I spent my whole life getting taught that we're supposed to be determined and try hard, and that's how you win. And all of my schooling days, all of my elementary, middle school, even high school days, all of school taught me that if I was determined and tried the hardest, that was how you won. That's how you did the things, because I would do the schoolwork and get an A. It wasn't hard. It wasn't that hard to do what they told you to do and get an A. Check. Easy. That's not how you won talent shows, though. That's not how you got friends, though. And those were the parts that I struggled with. And then as I moved on, getting good grades turned out to not be nearly as important to actual real life as they made it out to be in school. Who'da thunk? They made all of my schooling days, they made it seem like get good grades. It's the most important thing of your whole life. Or maybe that was just my family. I don't know. It felt like get good grades and your life is made. And it was a lie. None of it was true. I got the good grades. And it was meaningless. Because that's not what life's about. Life is not actually about learning to do what you're told. And trying the hardest to please the people who are in charge. that doesn't actually, make you happy, because it just doesn't. It just makes you into a people pleaser. Anyways, what my friend had said was that I'm a lighthouse, and I've been chasing people up and down the coast trying to get them to see me. And instead, what I should be doing is being firmly planted in my knowing, especially my knowing of my own worth, my knowing that my light is bright and amazing and helpful and brings clarity and saves lives. That's what lighthouses do, right? They save lives. But they save the lives of the people who look for them. And they don't run up and down the coast, because then they can't help anybody, because then when people are looking for them, they can't be found because they're chasing people to look for them. So the key to being a good lighthouse is to be firmly planted in one spot, knowing your value and your worth, and then just shining as brightly as you can, and then letting the people look at you when they're ready to. Because when you shine as brightly as you can, it's not ego, it's not selfish. When you shine as brightly as you can, people find clarity because of your light. And it's the greatest gift that you can give, is to just shine your very, very brightest, to be your brightest, most exquisite self. But you can't chase people down to get them to look at you. You can't force people to look at you. They have to want to look at you. They have to come seeking for that light, for that clarity, or they'll be blinded by your light. And I think I've done a lot of blinding in my days. And that was such a mind-blowing concept to me when she told me this lighthouse metaphor, that I have to share it with you, because that's what I'm doing here. So hopefully Mare's going to come be on my podcast soon. She hasn't scheduled with me yet. I don't know why, Mare. Mare, come schedule and be on my podcast. You have the link. Love you, Mare. You're all lighthouses, though. It's not just me. You're also a lighthouse, and you need to be firmly planted in your knowing of just how incredible you are, of how much light you have to offer this world. But you don't need to go chase people down. They'll find you. They really will. If you are planted in that one spot. So that's my message for you today, because it really changed everything for me. And when I got up and gave my speech, that's what was going through my mind. Was that people will see what they want to see, and they will hear what they want to hear. It's all going to go through their own filters, their own life experiences. It's going to go through their own, rose-colored glasses or filth-colored glasses or whatever they chose to put on that day, right? We can't control what other people's filters are. We can't control what side of the bed they got up on. All we can do is shine our brightest and let other people do with it as they will. So that's my encouragement to you. Just shine your brightest. Be your brightest, most exquisite self. And plant yourself like a lighthouse. You don't need to chase anyone down, because you're amazing just as you are.